Hey friends, how you doing? Coach Kyle Brown here, celebrity fitness nutrition coach, CEO of Fit 365 Shakes. Want to talk to you a little bit about why you need to date your family and some great life lessons that I've learned that you can transfer on over to a different level of fitness, because you have to understand that fitness is so much more than just your body. There's the emotional side of fitness, there's the spiritual side of fitness, and there's so much of fitness that comes from connection. I've seen people who I call all dressed up with nowhere to go, with incredible physiques, who are just sad, lonely, desperate people, and it's because everything they're doing is about me, not we. So want to talk to you a little bit about that process, because, you know, for me as a really on-the-go busy entrepreneur where my business is my passion, I can easily lose track of what time it is or what day it is or even what month it is sometimes. And I'm like, wow, where'd the time go? So it's definitely been a problem for me, jet setting around, working, speaking, working with clients all over the place. And while your schedule may not be as demanding, one thing that we find to be a really big difficulty is scheduling, creating, committing time to spend quality time with your family. I know I'm not alone in this struggle. And I know for me, the last thing I want to be known as with legacy-wise is a dad who is only there for things like ice cream dates. So a report by the National Marriage Project showed that couples who manage to devote time specifically once a week to date nights have much lower divorce rates and much stronger connections to couples who don't. Seems to make sense, right? It's all about dating. You're not going to attract what you don't date. Now, you might be thinking, like, a scheduled date night. Yeah, that's really not that romantic. And I'll come back and tell you, you probably have watched way too many episodes of The Bachelor. It's a reality. And once you start getting into a situation of a relationship that becomes a marriage, let alone with kids, what I like to say is that spontaneity is really a plus, but scheduling date nights is a must. And it's something that can easily get taken away from you, and just basically, like other habits, you fill up that time if you don't. So one thing that you want to look at is when you're saying, well, I just got to work on this project right now, and I really just got to push and get this thing done first, and we're going to take a couple weeks off of the date nights and we'll get back at it, is one of my good friends and mentors really laid it out this way. He said, why would you schedule a meeting with a business contact that you don't know and not with the ones that love you and care about you the most? And that's huge, right? You're not going to sit back one day when you're sick or down or deserted and say, wow, you know, thank God I scheduled that meeting with the tax guy or some random business contact to see about growing my business, when you've got kids who hate you or a bad marriage or any of those facts. So I'm going to dig into a couple things that I'm looking into and testing out right now. Give me all your advice on some of the stuff that you're going through, but I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I think really look really good and will work. One, working around their nap schedules. And I know a lot of times if you don't have kids on a nap schedule like I don't, that can be really difficult. A daytime date with your kids. So one place that I see parents really mess up is they think that taking your kid to the park is a great place to be on Facebook or Instagram while they're in that environment. And I've been guilty of that myself. But in general, when you go to a park with a kid, that is a perfect time to get in your workouts. Your kids are climbing around, running, jumping. If you're running, climbing, jumping, not only are you going to connect better with them, but you're going to get worn out. That stuff is hard, and you just forget it because you sit back and you're in your workout clothes and you're complaining you don't have time to go to the gym, but you've got a gym right there. It's a jungle gym, and it's a fantastic way to get things in. Another thing that you can do is you can set up opportunities to maybe bring them to somewhere that you grew up, something special. You maybe take your kids and bring them over to your school that you went to when you were that age, or the house that you lived in. And the big picture thing is not about the amount of time that you spend with somebody, because time is actually made up. It's much more about the quality and stepping away and just being present. If you look back at your memories, right? I said my 40th birthday, and I look back at my memories of being a kid. my memories are all based around times where I was completely focused in on what I was doing. I've got great memories of summer camp where there's no technology around and you're just fully immersed and embraced in that relationship. There's so many different times throughout the course of your life if you really look at that process of what's going on. It's not about the hours. You're not clocking in, clocking out. It's all about the quality, just like with your nutrition. And if you think you can compartmentalize and that this doesn't have anything to do with fitness, you are so wrong. A huge part of fitness is all about quality of life. So you have to look at fitness from a holistic standpoint. I hope this helps. Go out there, schedule that date night tonight. Shoot me a message. Let me know what you did.